What's up, everybody? Today, we are I'm going to tell you, in my personal opinion, the top 10 Pokemon, non-Mega Pokemon, for using in competitive Pokemon for the Faithful Studios, for Bronze Ultimate. So, yeah, let's just get straight into it. What's number 10? So, number 10 here is Gardevoir. Let's go over the pros of Gardevoir. Um, while we're not taking megas into consideration for the final process, if you want to use Mega Gardevoir, you're not missing out on much from not using other megas. So we can get that out of the way right now. But first things first, she's a fairy type. And as we all know, fairy is the best type in the game. So having that type is really nice. And psychic type is also pretty good. Gardevoir gets a lot of good coverage moves. And yeah, I say this is pretty good Pokemon. The only problem I can really see it having is it's pretty frail, so if something like Protein Greninja comes in, Dark Pulses, it's like over for Gardevoir. Like, even like thinking Mega Lopunny return, or Mega Salamence return, or a lot of these stronger moves will easily OHKO Gardevoir. So you gotta make a choice on if you want to go Choice Scarf to outspeed those threats and get a bit of damage. Choice Specs if you don't want to outspeed but do mega damage, or Life Orb if you just want to do some more damage. So, yeah. But that's really the only problem I can see with Gardevoir, so I feel like Gardevoir is a pretty solid member of this team. So let's get for a team. So let's get to number 9. For number 9 over here, we got Gliscor. Man, this art looks really good. Like I don't know what's coming out of his claws, but it look pretty cool and shiny. Of course, this is the shiny form. If you Oh, come on. There we go. Problem dealt with. But, yeah, let's get into why Gliscor's good. Well, first off, for Gliscor to be good, he really needs his hidden ability without and a bit of investment getting a toxic orb. So, guess that's a downside. So, it's not the most easy Pokemon because you need to get the ability patches or just straight up find one, and you also need to, I'm blanking right now. Also need to grind for some BP for the battle orbs. So, yeah, sorry for the pause there. This is not scripted like always, so I'm having a bit of trouble thinking of what to say, but after you get all those stuff, and it's of course IV bred, EV trained, Gliscor becomes an absolute menace. He can stall you out for so long using moves like Protect and U-turn to pivot. But then he could also do some decent damage using Earthquake and Facade. You could even go for a Sword Stance build with pure offense in mind. So, yeah, that's the reason why Gliscor's here. Very bulky. But of course, there is one problem with him. 4 times weak ties. So if you're using him, you're basically losing your ability to use Salamence, to use the Garchomp, to use your Dragonite, to use like any of these 4 times weak to ice Pokemon, which is a lot of them. Because if you're using multiple 4 times weak Pokemon on a team to the same type, I think that's a bit of a problem there. So yeah, let's go to the number 8, what shall be? We got Metagross. You know? So yeah, let's get into what makes Metagross so good. First things first, you don't really need too much investment for Metagross, just the usual IV bred um EV trained nonsense. If you get what I'm picking up or putting down, and then you pick it up, yeah. So how should I say this? Metagross is pretty strong, you know. Got a huge attack stat, huge defenses, mess special attack. So you don't really want to be using Psychic. I see a lot of people be using Psychic on Metagross. Do not do that. Use Zen Headbutt. It will do more damage. Even if it's 90% accurate, it's way more worth it. You ain't getting nothing from Psychic. But Metagross got a few different builds. Metagross can be a nice wall breaker using some powerful moves like Meteor Mass, Zen Headbutt, and Fringe, Then we got an agility build where you raise your speed to base 100 was agility, and then you just become a sweeper Metagross using some nice moves for coverage too, and using bullet punch for some priority. And there's lots of other builds too, but those are the two notable ones. So yeah, that is number 7. Wait. Now this is number 8 down. Let's go to number 7. Hoopa Unbound. Of course, the mainstay of Pokemon Brick Bronze, of course, has to be on the strongest list. Am I right? Am I right? It's not just because of its status that it's so good. It actually has some nice features to it, starting with his attack stats. I'm pretty sure he has slightly higher special than physical, but they're so close that you can easily run mech set, So yeah. So you can use moves like Hyperspace Hole, Dark Pulse, the punches, Sucker Punch, like all these good moves on one Pokemon, even if you're more invested into one side. So I take this as a big W. Now he also gets a lot of coverage like Grass Knot and stuff. But this is probably of course he's a legendary and he has pretty good base stats. But unlike other legendaries we have access to, but Shaman, who if she's like up against certain Pokemon and doesn't get the flinchy, like just instantly dies, like an Ice Beam or a Blizzard or something like that. Hoopa only really cares about bug and fairy types. Fairy types are everywhere, but Hoopa's also pretty bulky, so he can like take one Moonblast, one Dazzling Gleam from like not boosted Pokemon, But and bug isn't the most common type in the world. So yeah, let's go to number 6. Well, forget I said bug types aren't in the meta because we got the one, the only Volcarona coming in number 6. So what makes Volcarona so good? Well, it's mainly its Quiver Dance set. Basically, you use Quiver Dance to boost speed, special attack, and special defense, and use some powerful moves like Bug Buzz, Giga Drain, and its signature move, Fiery Wrath, I think. Was that the one? I honestly forgot the name, but not only having a pretty high base power had a 50% chance to raise that special attack stat even more. Imagine if that move was released in Gen 1. That like on Ninetales that may be a bit broken. But we're not talking about Gen 1, we're talking about Gen 8. Pokemon Bronze. So yeah, Volcarona just does really well. So that's it for number 6. Let's go to number 5. Wait, am I tripping? Give me a sec. No. I mean 4. Sorry, my brain ain't working so well, but whatever. 4th strongest Pokemon. This is actually a tie between Protein Greninja and Libero Cinderace. Now, people may say Greninja is on top because of Ash Greninja. I'm gonna be completely honest here. Not only is Ash Greninja not counted in the rankings, mostly because you need Bulbats for that, but I'm just gonna say it right here, right now. Protein Greninja is better than Ash Greninja. Like, come on. Ash Greninja may be able to safely revenge kill stuff and things, but if you can correctly read it, it's gonna be in a tough position. And it has to run water shuriken, and in a reliable stab move for when it's not in Ash Greninja form, meaning it really only has two flexible slots, which is way less than the 3 that Greninja has. Like, if there was like more move slots, yeah, Ash Greninja definitely be better, but only 4 move slots, and you can easily run counters to the Greninja, try to whittle him down. That's what Single's about. But enough yampering about Ash Greninja and Protein Greninja. I bet you all know why they're here, but in case you guys don't, let me explain. So their respective abilities, Protein and Libero, do the exact same thing, and making the attack the user uses the same type as them. So if you use a grass move, you become a grass type. Use a fire move, you become a fire type. Use a bug move, you become a bug type. Now, not only is this really good because you basically get a 1.5 times bonus on legit every move, but also if you can read correctly, sometimes you can do some pretty nasty stuff, man. Like here's like my favorite thing to do in like the Greninja versus Greninja matchup. My Greninja has Grass Knot, my Greninja has Grass Knot, and mine is like basically max speed. So I would go for my Grass Knot, right? So that would change me into a grass type. So when my opponent uses his Grass Knot or any other move such as Surf or something, my Greninja gets a resistance to it and usually can finish the Greninja next turn using a Dark Pulse or something. But there is one problem with these Pokemon, and that is they suffer from 4 move syndrome. Basically, they all want to run so many moves. Like Greninja wants to run Ice Beam for grass types, wants to run Gunshot for fairies, it wants to run its 2 stabs, it wants to run its Grass Knot, Extra Sensory, and then we got Cinderace who wants to use Pyro Ball, wants to use Sucker Punch, High Jump Kick, it wants to use U-Turn, it wants to use like all these moves, and really, what was that? never mind. And really, it can get pretty how should I phrase this? Annoying, because like you have so many things you want to counter, but not enough move slots. So that's the one thing that's one thing that keeps keeping the Pokemon in check. But besides that, they're really excellent Pokemon. Protein Greninja has like dealt with half of my opponent's team on numerous occasions. And even though I don't have Libero Cinderace, I know what damage that thing can do. So yeah, let's go to the next one. Number 3. These are God tier Pokemons. So you'll be seeing them on not near every team, but these Pokemon are so good that it feels like if people were playing competitively, they would use these Pokemon. Starting off with Landorus. I do not see as much people using it as it should. I mean, probably one of the reasons because you need Tornadus and Thundurus, which are already hard to get, but because they're roaming encounters, you don't know when you're gonna find them. But just telling you guys right here, right now, Landorus is nasty. Well, of course, as I said, it takes investment, getting the bottle caps and all. That's like every Pokemon in a nutshell. You also need an ability patch, and you need those 2 legendary Pokemon. But the pay is so worth it. Sheer Force Landorus, using moves like Earth Power, dang, it hits too hard. There's a reason why it's banned to Ubers, you know. There is a reason. So, and thanks to its ridiculously high attack stat, even when it's not using a attack-based build, it can still use physical attacks to cover weaknesses like Rock Slide. You know, everybody talk about like Earth and Rock are like some of like deadliest combos and deadliest move combos in Pokemon. Yeah, I'm getting the same vibes, my man. Earth Power and even Earth Power Rock like Landorus gonna be pretty strong. But now, I bet you guys are thinking, what could possibly top this Pokemon? 2 Pokemon that top this absolute menace? Like, I bet you guys think I am capping right now, but I am not. So let's get to the second best Pokemon, which I have actually already mentioned. But that Pokemon will be Thundurus. Now these Landorus and Thundurus are close in power level, but I just decided to go with Thundurus for number 2. And that's for one main reason, but we'll get into that later, and we'll start with the sweeping Thundurus. As you guys know, Thundurus gets nasty plot letting it set up, and thanks to its decent bulk and great speed and attack stats, it's basically got everything. It can eat in Prankster. It is priority nasty plot. So Ton ain't trending that down. And it can get a free special attack boost and stuff. So that's really like, so it can easily get that and then do big damage with things like Dark Pulse, Grass Knot, Thunderbolt, and more. But that ain't the reason why I put it over Landorus. I feel like it would be closer to Greninja and Cinderace's power level if that was the only thing. But I just have 3 words for you. Bulky support Thundurus. this thing is an absolute menace. Like, I cannot over exaggerate. Look at that thing and like, did you see it in VGC? Yeah, I know what you saw beginning of Gen 5. You know how he won? I'm pretty sure, was that Ray Rizzo? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Ray Rizzo. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, sorry, my sister was there, but like, you know how like he won? He used its bulky support Thundurus, using priority Thunder Waves, using some taunts, like a Thunderbolt, and some ridiculous, like some great EV spreads to like cover the whole meta, and then boom, over is just like that, and bulky support Thundurus is pretty good. So I know what you guys are thinking. What Pokemon could possibly be above this? And I'm telling you, it's a Pokemon most of you already have. It's a Pokemon that most people would probably use, but not to its fullest. And that one Pokemon is Mew. That's right, everybody. Mew is, in my opinion, the best Pokemon in the game. First things first, it is incredibly, how do I put this? Well, for starters, Mew is incredibly friendly for newer players, since if I'm correct, you only need like 4 badges to actually use Mew, so to like use the code for Mew. And if you guys didn't get that, like, or just watching this video haven't heard of it for the first time, go into my description, click the Discord link, click the group link, and when the game comes out, you better speedrun to first them to get this one Pokemon. Not only that, So we already know that this Pokemon is incredibly easy to get, but what worth is it if it's easy to get but it can't get into work? Well, let me just say something to you, buddies. Mew is probably the most diverse Pokemon I've ever seen. It can go physical or special attack. It can be really speedy using things like Thunder Wave and Taunt and Toxic and like Soft Boil to make you very annoying. I don't think Stored Power is in the game, but if it is, Cosmic Power, Stored Power, moveset is very strong. And of course, Baton Pass. You can be very deadly too. Substitute, use sword dances, maybe an agility there or two, and then just go into like a Cinderace or go into like some Landorus or something like that, and then your opponent's done for. Basically, the reason why Mew is number 1 is that basically everybody can get it, and it's very reliable to use. Right now, I don't have all the TMs I want from Mew. I think I have Stealth Rock, but I don't have the other one, so I'm not using Mew right now. But when the game's back up, you can catch me grinding for this Mew alongside this Thundurus. So yeah. That's it for this episode. If you guys have enjoyed press the subscribe button, press the like button, and again, go to the group, go to the Discord server, play this game. It's amazing. Right now, it's not up, but I think you guys will enjoy it. So ta-ta!